All right, we're back with another important piece of literature we're going to look at. Well, you can see here, Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. Catch-22, a novel by Joseph Heller, was published in 1961, and it was set during World War II. And most of the story takes place on the fictional Mediterranean island of Pianosa, and this is where American bomber crews are stationed. And the novel centers on Captain John Yozerian of the U.S. Army Air Forces, and he's a bombardier whose only real goal is just survival. Now, Yossarian believes the war is irrational and that military bureaucracy is designed to keep men flying missions until they're killed. Now, Yossarian is surrounded by a cast of recurring characters in the work. You have Colonel Cathcart, who is an ambitious commanding officer who repeatedly raises the required number of missions so he can advance his own career. Then you have Colonel Korn, who supports Cathcart's, the schemes he's hatching. Then you have Doc Danica, who is the flight surgeon who understands the rules but is actually powerless against them. And one of the most important characters is Major. And his father, wanting a son to succeed, named him Major. And through a bureaucratic error, he was later promoted to the rank of Major, making his full name Major. Now, Major's promotion is not earned through merit. Instead, it happens when an IBM machine that's sorting personality records mistakenly promotes him. And this detail is crucial because it shows how impersonal systems and not human judgment control advancement in the novel. Now, once promoted, Major becomes deeply uncomfortable with authority, and he makes a rule that no one is allowed to see him in his office unless he is not there. And as a result, he is completely inaccessible, symbolizing how authority in Catch-22 becomes unreachable and absurd. And then there's another key character in Milo Minderbender, and he's the squadron's mess officer. And Milo builds a massive black market operation during the war, claiming that everyone has a share. And he represents profit-driven logic that overtakes morality, even in wartime. The novel is told non-chronologically with events that are presented out of order. And as the story progresses, the required number of combat missions continues to increase, which then trap the men into endless service. Now, the central rule of the novel is Catch-22. Catch-22 states that a pilot who is insane can be grounded, but if a pilot requests to be grounded, that request proves he is sane, because only a sane person would want to avoid danger. And as a result, no pilot can ever be excused from flying missions. So the rule is treated absolute, even though it is never formally written down. And as you go through the novel, as the tone darkens, Yossarian is deeply affected by the death of Snowden. Snowden has a fatal wound that exposes the physical horror of the war beneath the novel's, comedic nature. By the end of the novel, Yossarian refuses to continue flying missions. He rejects the system entirely and decides to desert, which he chooses survival over obedience. Catch-22 is best remembered for its satire of military bureaucracy and its circular logic. And the term Catch-22 has entered everyday language to describe any no-win situation that's created by contradictory rules. Thanks for watching.